It's said that some couples are destined to make beautiful music together. An old cliche, but one that takes a literal meaning for Ted and Betty Meyer. They met as students at what was then known as Central Missouri State College. Ted was studying education with plans to be a history teacher. Betty Hinks was a member of the Marching Mules and a music education major.
As a musician, we had to go to quite a few music things, so he accompanied me on those, and most everything else was just dating and going out.
We went down to Wriggles to eat many times down on the corner. That's all changed so much now.
Betty's favorite college experiences revolved around her love of music. Ted had an interest in business.
I remember Mr. Bratz was the band teacher, and he always seemed to have so much fun and just enjoyed life. And I thought, you know, this is pretty good. I think I could do that. And then in the piano department, Dr. True was my piano teacher.
I distinctly remember Ronald Woods, and he always had his red boutonniere in his lapel, and he taught history classes. And Charles Kuhn was one of the business teachers that I had that I learned a lot from.
Betty's campus years were spent in historic Yater Hall, while Ted lived in a boarding house located at the present-day site of the Ellis Residence Hall complex.
It was a great experience being with the people that I lived with in the house, and then meeting the different professors and just getting into a deeper interest in the politics. And then Dr. Britton I had business law from, and Professor Martin I had marketing from, and just learning more about the business field because that's what I'm interested in.
Betty graduated in 1960, and Ted followed in '62. They married and both became school teachers in the Kansas City area. They soon completed graduate degrees from Central Missouri, and in 1966 opened a small music store in Blue Springs.
At first it was designed to give us something to do in the summer and after school and supplement our income, because the teaching contracts at that time were $4,000 a year. And we needed to do a little better than that, so we started the store.
The small enterprise began to thrive, as did the Meyer family. The couple left teaching to concentrate fully on their business. 4 children soon came along and kept the young entrepreneurs very busy. The Meyer kids fondly remember growing up in the store. Tom, Julie, Mike, and Mitzi all recall spending countless hours in the family room of their home away from home. Thanks to Betty, the only Meyer who didn't appear regularly in the store was Oscar Meyer.
You see a lot of people gather around their dinner table at home, while ours was in the basement of our store. And every day after school, we'd come there, and the school bus would drop us off in the parking lot of the store, and we'd go down, and my mom had fixed a whole meal from everything and put it all in containers every morning and brought it up. And we'd sit down there for about an hour every day, shut the door. No one else was allowed in the room, and they turned off the phones, and that was really our family time, and it was a great time. It was a great time.
Despite the demands of running a bustling music store, daughter Julie Anwander fondly recalls frequent field trips with her dad and her mother's commitment to her band and scouting activities. Like many parents, Ted believed experience was a great teacher. While on their way to high school one morning, Tom and Julie's car ran out of gas near their home.
And the bus came along, so we just locked the car up, got on the bus, went to school, and my dad was going to show us a lesson and stole our tires off of our car. And as they were going to hide them in the storeroom at the store, and rolled them down the ramp into the glass door. And so it was a $250 glass door that they had to repair. So it was kind of an expensive learning experience.
Each of the Meyer children took music lessons and spent time working at the business as they were growing up. Today, the Meyer Music Company headquarters remain in Blue Springs, and 3 of the 4 Meyer children have followed in their parents' footsteps. Tom is the marketing manager and directs the school band and orchestra division. Mike manages the store in Overland Park, Kansas, and Mitzi runs the Northland location in the I-29 Berry Road area. All 3 worked professionally after college in other areas, but were drawn to return to the family business.
My parents have extreme work ethic. They've definitely taught us that not to be afraid of working hard.
You know, oddly enough, with 3 of the 4 of us now in the business, we all swore we wouldn't be in the music business. when we were, teenagers and getting ready to go to college. But it's been a great company to join, and it's been a great career path, and there's a certain amount of esprit de corps in terms of the family business and what we've been able to achieve and grow with the second generation.
Mitzi's MBA, Tom's marketing degree, and Mike's graphic arts education from UCM have helped expand an already robust business. The company features complete lines of pianos and other musical instruments. They're known across much of Missouri and Kansas for their stellar personal service in meeting the needs of school band and orchestra departments. Of course, music lessons by the hundreds are also a staple of each store. Giving back to the community is a hallmark of the Meyer family. For 3 decades, countless Girl Scouts have received free lessons from the stores.
They do a 6 weeks program with 10 pianos, and they play just like they're playing in a band. And then at the end, the parents are invited in and they get to play for them. And so it's been a very inspiring thing.
The Meyers have always cared deeply for their alma mater. Betty was named Distinguished Music Alumna by the UCM Department of Music in 2007. For more than a decade, Central Missouri and numerous other institutions benefited from an innovative piano lending program courtesy of Meyer Music.
Kauai Piano Company decided that they would have a program where they would loan instruments to the schools for a year at a time so that the music majors could play on better instruments. What they do is they just let the professors decide what piano they choose, and then they just let them do it, let them take them for a year at a time.
The program recently concluded at UCM, where hundreds of students tickled the high-quality Kauai ivories. Ted Meyer is a past president and member of both the Rotary Club and the Blue Springs Chamber of Commerce. The company's slogan, "Making music makes you smarter," is their philosophy, not just a clever tagline. They provide a recital hall to any music teacher in the area, so students have a free, professional setting for performances, and their philanthropy doesn't end with kids. They also sponsor the New Horizons Band for senior citizens at UMKC. Simply put, the Meyers are fixtures in the Blue Springs and Kansas City metro communities, an example not lost on the second and third generations of their family.
I think that what I have learned the most has been the work ethic, treating people fairly. We've never cut corners or been, afraid to invest in doing it the right way, and that has brought us business over the years.
I'm extremely proud of my parents. They have worked very hard, and nobody deserves it more. I mean, they have put their blood, sweat, and tears into this business. We always joke with my mother. She says she's going to retire and go straight to the funeral parlor, and that's really how she feels. I mean, she is so embedded in this business.
The secret probably hasn't changed in 40 years. The secret is treat people like you'd like to be treated. And most of the time, things work out the right way, and that's what my dad's always said, that's what my mom's always said. So we were listening, we were listening when they told us that.
In addition to being selected for UCM's highest alumni award, Ted and Betty Meyer have won many other honors. Thanks to their selfless dedication and devotion, the Meyer legacy of music will live on in others for generations to come.
Well, I just want to say congratulations. That is a really exciting award to receive, and you deserve it. You've worked hard, and you should be very proud.
It makes me feel very, very good and very surprised.
We feel very humbled by the award. It's very gratifying to know we feel like we've been contributors, but we never realized that people were really watching that much of what it amounted to. We did it because we thought it was right.
Please join the University of Central Missouri Alumni Association in honoring 2007 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients, Mr. Ted and Mrs. Betty Meyer.